Ganka lads and lasses, how's it going everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little transfer news update for you all. How are you all doing today, guys? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, happy Saturday to you. It's Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. How's everyone doing, guys? Thanks for getting in here. So just want to give you the latest update for the Manchester United transfer news. And as there is a little bit of sort of breaking news that's going on right now, guys. Well, Sky Sports a few minutes ago, Express, a whole bunch of different outlets at the moment are reporting that Manchester United have tabled a new fresh bid for Jadon Sancho in the region of about £75 million. These are the reports that are coming out now. Let me just read you the story on Sky Sports. So, Jadon Sancho, Manchester United have made an improved bid for Borussia Dortmund forward. The structure of the proposed bid would see Manchester United pay more up front, with the rest in achievable add-ons. So, things like winning the Ballon d'Or 17 times and we'll give you an extra fiver and stuff like that. Initial proposal was believed to be 67 million up front, plus around £8 million in add-ons. So this is pounds we're talking about, not euros. So in terms of how much this is together, it's about £75 million, 67 million up front, 8 million in achievable add-ons. That is what the new offer is there, lads and lasses. That sounds pretty reasonable to me if this is indeed the case. We have seen this transfer merry-go-round going on a long time, this saga with United and Dortmund and Jadon Sancho. It's been a calamity. Hopefully this is the start of things getting wrapped up. I mean, there's a few sources to say that both parties just want to get this done and dusted as soon as possible now. United want to get him wrapped up for a reasonable price. Dortmund want to get him sold as soon as possible so they can get the money in, so they can work on other dealings in the transfer window. So there is a lot of reports to say that both parties want to get this done as soon as possible. So there we have it, guys. Sancho's current deal, of course, at Borussia Dortmund expires in the summer of 2023. So he's only got 2 years left on his contract now. So that is something that Borussia Dortmund have to be aware of. That contract is running down. The longer that goes on, the longer he remains a Borussia Dortmund player without signing a new contract, the more that his value will diminish. So they've probably got to cash in this window. They know that. If they want to get big bucks for him, if they want to get the maximum bang for their buck right now, this is the summer to sell him. Manchester United are desperate to sign him as well. We need him more than we needed anybody for a long time, it seems. And he can't even get in the bloody England team at the moment, which is a bit worrying. Hopefully he's not the right-wing version of Slabby Maguire we're just playing bloody 80 million for. Turns out to be a flop. I very much doubt it. He looks like a quality player, looks like a quality young player. That's Gareth Southgate for you guys. Doesn't know his ass from his bloody elbow, does he, that guy? Not playing Sancho, playing Sterling instead. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, I'm just saying, Jadon Sancho is a top quality young player. He's got a great future ahead of him. But here we go. So there are obviously reports in Germany that said Jadon Sancho's valuation or the price that Dortmund would take was £80 million and that they would not budge on anything less than that. So that was a report a while ago from decent sources to say that Dortmund's price was £80 million firm. £80 million. If you want him, come and get him. If not, don't waste our time. But that's all part of the negotiations, my friend. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, we'll be open to accepting some nice low ball offers from Woodward with a bunch of different additional add-ons, which takes us years to get anything, and probably will never get these additional add-ons." No, they obviously want someone to meet them closer to their valuation. Which it seems like, if this report is true, guys, that is just been tabled by Manchester United. A very, very good offer. £75 million combined total. That is the report. 67 million up front, 8 million down the road in additional add-ons, lads and lasses. A fantastic offer. That's the sort of money that they surely cannot turn down, guys. That's the one, isn't it? Look, they wanted 80. They wanted 80. Okay, here's the majority of it up front. We know what this club is like, United. We'll finance our bloody grandma if we could. The Glazers and Woodward and these guys, they will put us in all sorts of debt. They'll finance anything. They'll do anything they can. And they'll certainly put a player on the never. So that's what they tried to do last year with a very low initial offer. They were looking to pay installments down the line, a lot of installments, maybe even half of the transfer fee down the line, as well as additional bonuses and things, maybe unachievable ones. We don't know what they were. But it's a classic thing that this United ownership does, which is obviously lowball teams and try and structure deals. Now, this is a structured deal. They're not offering 75 million cold hard up front, but from these reports, they are offering 67 million up front, which is still a massive amount of money, guys. It's still a significant amount up front. They're just getting an extra 8 million. I don't know what the add-ons are, obviously. That's not in the reports. Maybe it's after X amount of appearances, or after X amount of goals, or after X amount of international games, or, Ballon d'Or win. Whatever it may be, there may be some additional add-ons there down the line. So, yes, in my opinion, this is a great sign, guys, of if the reports are true. It's on Sky Sports, not that that's exactly, a gospel or anything, because it's absolutely not. But it's not just on Sky Sports, it's absolutely everywhere, guys. Just about 10-15 minutes ago, reports coming out to say that Manchester United have tabled an improved £75 million offer. Guys, get your thoughts and opinions in the live chat, everybody. What do you think about this? Do you think this is the magic number? How much do you think it takes? Let me know in the live chat for Manchester United to get the deal done with Dortmund here. They wanted 80. We've come back with 75, 67 up front, 8 million down the line. Do you think that's enough? Do you think they'll accept this? Do you think this is going to be the end of the Jadon Sancho saga? Manchester United pursuing this guy, and they're finally going to accept our decent offer, which I think, if this is the case, this is a decent offer. It's a good amount of money. They should be willing to accept that. And if not, then come on, let's just stick another couple of million on there and get the job done right now. Hey there, Roshmano. How you doing? You bloody topped on. Good to see you. Oh, crap, I'm in live chat, guys. Sorry, top chat. Let me put it in live chat. Everybody, over 50 of you legends in here today. Happy lunchtime to you guys. Do us a favour and smash the like button. Give it a juicy little thumbs up. That will help us compete with some of the melts. And some of the other nice channels as well. But either way, smash that thumbs up button on the channel and give it a share on social media if you can as well. So this is the latest breaking news to do with Jadon Sancho. Kayam, good to see you. Nathan Best as well comments, once Sancho eventually comes, you kind of expect the dominoes to fall in regards to other targets. They all fall like dominoes, like dominoes. Well, yes, I do think that might happen, but you know what? I'm not so sure, because if we're spending that big amount of money on Sancho, how much is left in the kitty for Solskjaer? How much have they allocated for Solskjaer this summer? Some reports at the start of the summer to say about £150 million total transfer budget for Solskjaer this window. That seems like a good amount of money that we should be looking to spend to strengthen, 3 key areas, to be fair. If that is the figure, then there should be plenty of money left over after Jadon Sancho coming in, if he does indeed come in. And also, you have to remember, there's also other players that could be sold, I guess, to finance other deals. Not that many spring to mind, but Pogba's future's still in doubt. Contract negotiations are understood to be ongoing, and he may well be looking at getting a move away, or who actually knows what's going on with Pogba. There's the De Gea question marks. There's also other players that are maybe, a little bit in the dark about their future at Manchester United, whether or not they're going to be staying. People like Anthony Martial. If a big bid came in, there was some reports last week. I think it was just hearsay, paper talk stuff. But I do think, there's some basis to it, because Martial may want away if he's not going to feature much in Solskjaer's team next season. There were some reports to say that he'd been offered to Real Madrid. So Tony Martial, in my opinion, is another player that could maybe be sold to finance other deals this window. But yes, we'll see. If we get Sancho in, you'd think, that's going to be the start of a positive window for us. I think it is pretty important to get it done sooner rather than later, not necessarily while the Euros are on. There was a report yesterday from Fabrizio Romano to say that, 2-3 weeks' time it's expected for that amount of time. And that's probably legitimate because, England aren't going to get to the latter stages anyway. We'll be home soon, then we can get Jadon Sancho signed and everything. There's a chance that they could get it done while the Euros are on, but maybe not. Hello there, Derek Jason. He says, I'm late. No worries. Late but great, dude. What's good, Derek Jason? Kyron Kennedy as well, mate. Thank you, Manchester United. He says, Pig, you legend. Right back at you, dude. Thank you, everybody who's getting in here. Sorry if I missed any of you. Sancho the Red Devil, says Moids Ali. I hope so, Moids. So, guys, let's just give you the latest in regards to the Sancho stuff. So, other reports on here. Manchester United made an improved offer for Jadon Sancho. United have tabled a restructured bid for their top target, an England winger, Jadon Sancho, after seeing initial offer, low offer, I must say, knocked back by Borussia Dortmund. United's initial approach for the 21-year-old winger is somewhere in the region of 67 million plus add-ons, which takes the value to around about 75 million pounds. Dortmund wanting, as we say, 80 to 86 million pounds from the reports in Germany anyway. BVB Buzz, a couple of no, sources saying that Dortmund have finally received an opening bid for Jadon Sancho. So there was talk that there already was a tabled bid a little while ago, which was just a verbal, offer essentially, I believe. But this seems like we've actually put in, I don't know if you'd call it an official bid yet. We shall see. I mean, more will come out with this story as hopefully as we're talking about it, because it is reasonably breaking news here. So there you go. And also Dortmund understood to be looking at potential replacement for Sancho immediately as well. Noni Madueke is on the list of possible replacements, who they're looking at right here. German newspapers reporting that Manchester United have offered, the 67 million plus 8 million. So it seems like this is all legitimate, my friends. We don't know this. There's been many times throughout this saga of trying to sign Jadon Sancho where we shat the bed, guys. We've been made to look like a bunch of bloody mugs over the course of last summer transfer window, guys. The way we dawdled and fannied around and all that sort of stuff, and then ended up not getting him. So this is, it's a good sign on the road to signing Jadon Sancho. But is it? You know what I mean? Is it, guys? Okay then, so yes, significant progress. Sam Pilger reports on Jadon Sancho to MUFC. The deal is getting closer than ever. All parties want it to happen as quickly as possible, my friends. Get in there. Well, it's some positive news. We'll see how it goes, guys. It's whether or not Dortmund are going to want to accept this amount. Do you think we'll get Jadon Sancho for this offer, guys? Yes or no? Do you think Sancho's coming for this deal? Do you think they accept this deal? 75 million. Brandon says maybe 75 million and a pint of beer would be enough, sir. Stephen Bezic, afternoon all, off to work shortly. Hope this deal gets done soon. Thank you very much, Stephen Bezic, for getting in here. Me too, my friend, me too. Hey, it's just one of those. We'll see what goes on. Guys, thank you very much for getting in here. Hit that thumbs up button. I can see there's 57 of you in here. Hit the thumbs up on the like meter. Palmerius comments Martial and 20 odd mil for Varane, maybe. There you go. A little bit of a cheeky little make weight. Could happen. Could happen, couldn't it? There's other players that we could be bringing in. It's understood Solskjaer likes Declan Rice. I'm not such a big lover. I prefer pasta. But I do think Declan Rice is okay. But he's not the player for me. I'd rather Sal. But look, I'm not Solskjaer. If Solskjaer wants Declan Rice and he's a homegrown talent, then maybe you could see Lingard used as a make-weight going the opposite direction. Martial's definitely could be used as a make-weight. Pogba could be used as a make-weight for Ronaldo. We can all dream, can't we? We can all dream. It's not going to happen. We don't really need him right now anyway. As much as I love Cristiano Ronaldo and would take him back in a heartbeat, we just don't need him right now. Like, we need a centre-back, we need a CDM, we need a right-winger. We need, more depth in other areas of the squad. At the moment, we've got Cavani up there. Greenwood could be a great player in the future for that position. So, yeah, Ronaldo's not the one for me. It's around 88 million euros, says Palmerius. That's a significant amount, boss, isn't it? You would think that they'll be considering it. G-Wolf United says, Pig, if we get our top centre-back, then why should we have another priority of defensive midfielder when we've got a top centre-back? I think centre-back, right wing, right back, and striker is priority. So you'll be satisfied with Fred and McTominay there, have you? Will you? All season long? Fred and McTominay. McFred, mate. McFred in the centre of the park all season, will you? You'll be happy with that, will you? Paul Pogba's future's in doubt. He's no defensive-minded player either. Matic is Frankenstein's monster of a man. He's getting old. Come on now. We need somebody in that position to be hold the mantle. Look at some of these performances you see recently. Kante in the Champions League final. N'Golo Kante. That is the sort of player that we need in that position. Not a good player, not an okay player, not a utility player like, Fred or, one of these players that can, basically just going to come in and do a backup job for you. Well, not a utility player, but obviously, all-rounder. He's an all-rounder that's going to come in and do the job for you. I don't think we need that G-Wolf United. I think CDM's very important, my friend. CDM's very important this summer. Nathan says, G-Wolf, the CDM is far more important than the striker. Cavani will be fit from the start, but so will McTominay and Fred. Absolutely. Cavani's not going to be around to play every single game. In the future, that is a problem area for us. We're going to have to sign a striker at some point in a year's time. It's not the priority, as Nathan says right now, because you do have Cavani there. If he doesn't stay fit for the whole season, and if he has injury concerns, which he may well do, you've got Greenwood there to back him up. Tony Martial is still around at the club at the moment. You've got players like Rashford who could play up there. So, in my opinion, it's not exactly a problem area for us right now. Cavani can do the business as and when he's fit. And Greenwood, I think it's a great opportunity to develop Greenwood as well. Like, if we did sign another striker right now, well, what's happening with Greenwood? If we're signing Sancho, he's the first choice at right wing. Greenwood's not realistically going to get in over at Rashford or, Martial or, I don't know, over on that left-hand side. So, at striker, we wouldn't get any opportunities then if we're signing another striker. So in a way, it's good that we've got Cavani there with that experience, that quality, just to bestow it upon the rest of the players around him and give them a little bit of tuition, if you like. And also have these guys learn from him, but also have Greenwood there to deputise, who's good enough, in my opinion, to be a proper number 9 and has a great future in that position because of his natural finishing ability and his bow-footedness and everything else. Just his ability to just get half a yard, beat a man, get a strike off on goal. He's got that natural flair for that role. So if we've got that guy there who's only 19, backing up Cavani, who's 35 now or whatever, he's pretty. Well, no, he's not actually. How old is Cavani now? 34. 34. He's getting on a little bit, right? Maybe it's 35, I've forgotten. Either way, he's getting on a little bit now. It's the perfect blend there. We've got somebody in Greenwood who's going to be happy, not playing all of the games because he's still developing. You don't even want him to play all the games. You don't want to burn him out like a Michael Owen or whatever in his teenage years. You want him to develop at the right pace. It's perfect, guys. So I actually think that is a good area for us, the striker position. Hey there, Kinkichi Attacker. How you doing there, my son? He says, hey, Pigo, good to see you in here today, bro. McFred are a crap duo, says Sadiq Rahman. G-Wall says, did well last season. Fred has bossed it for Brazil. I mean, has he, though? Just because he's bossed a couple of games? I mean, look, he is good, G-Wolf. We've all established this. He's a good player. He's been good for Manchester United most of the season. I'm not going to turn my opinion on Fred. I like Fred. I've said this many times. But he's not elite level. He's not top level. He's not an N'Golo Kante. He's not a Claude Makelele. He's not any of those, he's not, I don't know why I'm naming Chelsea players, but you know what I'm saying? He's not a Roy Keane he's not that level of quality player that we need. Unfortunately, he's not Owen Hargreaves. Think about how good Owen Hargreaves was as a central defensive midfielder, right? Unfortunately, he had paper knees, so he was always bloody injured. But when he was fit, he was fucking mint. Now, Fred's not as good as Owen Hargreaves, said that, mate. Fred's not like that level, I'm sorry to say. I do think he's good, but we need somebody who's like properly mintoid in that position, like world class. And if not world class, then pretty damn near. I'm looking for players like Sal and Didi. I'm not looking at players like Fred, to be honest, for that role going forward, because you look at what he's done at United this season and he's just a little bit too inconsistent and also just not that elite tier. He's just not elite tier. Fred's done well. Yeah, he's done well. He's a good squad player, G-Wolf United. Derek Jason says Martial's playing like a prince. I don't know if that's good or bad, mate. Personally, I think he's not played that great this season overall. But yeah, there you go. McTominay is still young and he can develop. Fred is no hope. Very true. McTominay, 24 years of age. Maybe we should be using him as a centre-back, guys. Hey, look, he bossed it against England yesterday, didn't he, Scotty McTominay? It's not something I thought about doing. Steve Clark banging him there in a back three. Hey, but he did very, very well there, guys. I don't know, maybe maybe he could be used as a centre-back, guys. I'm just saying. I think we could do worse. I think he'd probably be a lot better than Victor Bloody Dwindloff with a little bit of, time and experience and training in that area, to be fair. No joke. He's big. He's a big unit. He's good. He would probably be quite good, actually. He was good against England. Adam Talk Sports, hello, says he's gone to Barca. Thank you for subscribing, Steve Davis. Steve, interesting Davis. Thank you very much for getting in here, Steve, and subscribing to the channel. Do as Steve Davis has done, guys. Hit the subscribe button if it's your first time in the live stream. We'll be giving you the latest updates throughout the summer. Also, hit the thumbs up on the video if you're just joining us. Kyron Kennedy would take a punt on Ruben Neves' bid. Absolutely. Why go and buy somebody like Declan Rice, who's just because he's, an English player? I think when you've got somebody like Ruben Neves, who's young also, 22, 23, I think he is. Ruben Neves at most 24. He's still a young developing player who's shown a lot of great abilities on the ball, decent defensively. He's a good all-rounder, that guy, and he's a great playmaker and stuff. So in my opinion, he would be an ideal candidate for that role. Yeah, Ruben Neves always liked him. Wilfred and Ndidi always liked him. Sal Niguez. These guys are brilliant. Some of them may not be complete out-and-out central defensive mids, but they're just like great, all round. They play in that role. They're great pass masters, deep line playmakers, if you will. Fantastic. Fred's not a CDM, says Kayam. What is Fred? This is what I want to ask you guys. What is Fred? He's kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. That's the problem with him. CDM, in my opinion, he was brilliant first part of the season, actually. I've got to be honest now. It's only towards the end of the season I think he really did have a bit of a struggle and tailed off. And then he had his moments in there. But at the start of the season, he was one of our better performing consistent players last year. So I have to give credit where credit's due. He is pretty good central defensive midfield, but he's not a great central defensive midfielder. You know, he's not the sort of boss that's just going to pop up and bang you a winner or anything. Not that that's the job of a central defensive midfielder. It's absolutely not. But, you know, like I say, his shooting's fucking awful, guys. That's not the issue with him anyway. It's pretty much done, says United Extra. Well, you know, people have been saying it's been pretty much done for what seems like an eternity, mate. Literally, I've got a couple of years older since people have started saying that the Jadon Sancho deal is done. So I'm not holding my breath, but there are a lot of reports coming out now that Jadon Sancho is edging closer. You reckon we'd sign Varane or Ramos, says Sonic Quantum? Probably more likely Ramos, to be fair, because he's just a budget option, and you know what United are like. We did it last season with Cavani instead of signing Sancho. Well, it kind of makes sense in some ways if you're going to invest in other areas of the team. If Solskjaer's given, say, 150 million, and he's got to stick to that, he probably can't go out there and get Trippier and Sancho and Varane and a CDM as well. So he might have to... he might have to go for a budget option in one of these positions. And look, Varane may be using us to get a new contract at Real or move elsewhere. Who knows? But that's obviously the first choice in my opinion. But that's probably less realistic than a Ramos right now. Ramos has only said that he's not joining Sevilla and Barcelona. You know, he's open to other challenges. He's not retired. He's going to be playing for somebody else. If United really wanted him, we could probably go and get him if we really wanted him. Now, you'd have to pay him quite handsomely for a 35-year-old player, but compared to going and paying 60 million up front for Varane and then paying him similar sorts of wages as to Sergio Ramos as well, then obviously one of them's £60 million less money. So in my opinion, it's actually kind of feasible that United would go in for Sergio Ramos because he's kind of everything we need right now for a season or two. Maybe he's not going to play in all the games. Maybe he does have injury-prone concerns, but when he is fit, he's a great leader. He's a great player. He's still good enough, if you ask me, for a season or two. Still in great physical shape, great professional, great leader, all the rest of it. So to me, it's actually possible. I don't see us pulling it off because United are a bunch of bottle jobs. We'll probably go and sign bloody Ben White or something. But I do think that it's feasible. You know, why wouldn't we want one of these players? Varane and Sergio Ramos. If I was playing Football Manager right now, If I was playing Football Manager right now and I had the option in this window to do some business, what I would do is this. Sell Victor Lindelof immediately. Sell Phil Jones or just sack him off. And then what I would do is buy Rafael Varane for £60 million and I would buy Sergio Ramos on a free, right? Okay? Both of them. That way you've got a seasoned partnership that's played together for years at a top level that's won Champions League instantly in your team to replace Lindelof and Maguire. Literally, who are what? Bang average? So if think about it, you just instantly got like a ready-made partnership. That kind of makes sense. I would get Ramos and Varane, and I'm not even joking. But look, it's Maguire who's going to be the partner for whichever one player we sign. That's not realistic. We're not going to sign two centre-backs. We're lucky if we sign one, knowing the way our club operates. So, Maguire's going to have a new partner. It's not going to be Victor Lindelof. It will be Sergio Ramos, Varane, Jules Koundé, Sven Botman, Ben White, one of these guys. Who do you want to see come in at centre-back, guys? Who's your number one pick? If you could just get one centre-back to come in for Manchester United right now, then this summer transfer window, who are you getting in there? Hey, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel there, my friend. Who subscribed? Where is it? Somebody subscribed. I don't know. I've lost it. Oh, Whale Alabardley. Thank you very much for subscribing, Whale. Appreciate you. Kyron Kennedy says Varane's number one choice. Ramos wants 20 million euros, says Rushman. I mean, that is preposterous, isn't it? It's like 15, 16 million quid just signing on, is it? Well, I mean... And then what about agent fees and stuff? It could be kind of costly. But then compared to a 60 or 70 million that you might have to spend for a Varane, it is cheap. And this is a Man United and Ed Woodward and co we're talking about here. Plus, think about it. He ticks all the boxes, doesn't he, for what they want? They want somebody who's big commercially. Sergio Ramos is somebody who can plaster his face on things. He's got a big reputation, a big name. He's obviously a hero in Spain. So he's somebody that they would be interested in from a commercial marketing point of view as well. Somebody like the similar situation to Cavani, of course, coming in there, giving him that number 7. Ramos is a big marquee name signing, so they might be prepared to pay the money. They'll probably get the money back in shirts and merch sales and all that sort of stuff from Ramos anyway. Because he isn't too much money because of the fact that he'd be available on a free, which isn't a free. He needs a sign-on bonus, agent fees, wages. It all adds up. But it is a cheaper option, isn't it? Because when you sign a player like Varane, you've still got those things. Now, the sign-on bonus is not going to be as big as a free agent who has no club that you have to pay the fee to. But they still want some sort of a bonus, and they still want big wages. So in terms of actually the weekly spend between a Varane and a Ramos, it's probably not that much different. So from a United point of view, they're saving a lot of money by going for a player like that. Gungshi, how you doing, sir? He's out hunting bloody Pokemon with my girlfriend Pig. Mate, you need to get like 100 Magikarps, dude. Gungshi, thank you very much for getting in here. Hope you have a great day with your missus, dude. That sounds like fun anyway. I haven't done that for a long time. That sounds like fun, man. I went in a phase of doing that, mate, like driving around finding Pokestops. I think everyone did when it first came out. Or was it maybe just me? I don't know. United Extra, where is Sancho news coming from? So there's various sources, the Express, Sky Sports is the obviously the big one at the moment. They just released the article at 1 p.m., which was 49 minutes ago, to say that Jadon Sancho, Manchester United make improved bid for Borussia Dortmund forward. The structure of the proposed bid, just so you know, anybody's getting in here, £67 million up front and £8 million in add-ons. That is the offer that's been tabled by Manchester United as per reports far and wide today, my friends. So yeah. Pretty cool, guys. There wasn't too much other information about other transfer news. There's just some news. Maybe there's a couple of clubs interested in, Donny van der Beek this window. Just more rumblings of that. More probably BS links. I mean, he's not going to go enjoy bloody Arsenal, mate. Why would he go and belittle himself like that? That's rubbish. So there's not too much other transfer news. Obviously, the Trippier stuff, United are still interested. We had a bid knocked back, of course. But yada, yada, yada. No more information on that one. In regards to other positions, Raphael Varane, no more information on that one from us at the moment, either from any sources or anything. But in regards to Sancho, more movement, guys. More movement, more bids. Another bid tabled by Manchester United, an improved bid. £75 million altogether. Looks quite good. Looks like maybe we could be seeing some movement in regards to this one with Dortmund accepting. If this is a legit offer, they've got to be certainly considering it. He's only got 2 years left. They need to cash in. Okay then, lads and lasses, so get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we've discussed. That's all it is. It's the Jadon Sancho discussion right now, so get your thoughts and opinions in about it. And also do us a big favour, hit the thumbs up button if you want to see more of these United transfer updates. Please do hit that like button. It's free, and if you enjoy the videos in any way, you can show your support by hitting the thumbs up. And getting in the live chat as well. I want to hear from you guys, so have your say. Griffo Chaz says, I have lost all interest in Sancho. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? What's he ever done to you, Griffo? Hey, I lost all interest in Sancho a long time ago, Griffo Chaz, mate. But hey, look, it's getting closer and closer. It's edging there, isn't it, my friend? It's just a matter of time. The facts are the facts. We wouldn't be going back and negotiating with Dortmund again this summer if it wasn't a serious transfer target for us. And he's basically been the big marquee, the biggest name that we've actually gone at the start of the window to go and talk to. Now, I know we did the same thing last season, and we know how it ended. There's no way that same scenario plays out this year, though. It's just a matter of time, really. I mean, it's still not 100%. It's still not even 75%. There's a lot to work out here. The ball is still in Dortmund's court here. Do they want to accept the offer? Are Manchester United prepared to negotiate more? These are things that we have to wait on, and it probably will take a little bit of time to get these done and dusted. But it does look good, Griffo. It does look like Sancho is coming. I'm not going to say imminent. I'm not going to say 90% or any of that crap. But I'm going to say it does look like it's more favourable that he'll be a United player come the end of the window than not, which is good, my friend. And when he does sign, we'll all be pretty buzzing because he is a great young talent. The point of us going for Jadon Sancho and pursuing him all this time is to get our man. And if you get a player who's that good and that talented and he's that young, he could be the player for Manchester United in that position for the next 10 years. he could be a stalwart at Manchester United for the next 10 years. If he improves and continues as he's gone, if you look at his stats, he's still young. He can get a lot better than that as well. It may take him a bit of time to adapt and get used to the new surroundings, the new team, the new footballing culture in the Premier League. He's obviously from England. He got played for City, but he never really had much anything going on in the first team. So it's still going to be new to Jadon Sancho. He might not hit the ground running, but I certainly think over the next 10 years, he's going to develop into one of the best players in the world. When you're this age and you've got such impressive stats in any of Europe's top leagues, I think you've got to take notice. And when he's doing it for a club like Borussia Dortmund at 18, 19 years of age and getting ridiculous amounts of goals and assists and just stats in general up there on the board, you have to give that some respect and say, yeah, this guy's got what it takes. Just like you look at Haaland, Erling Haaland, say what you want about him, he's going to be one of the best players in the world. You know why? Because he already kind of is. He's already displaying that finishing ability, that quality, that power, that pace. That he's just a beast already. So give him 5 years, and crikey, his experience is going to have gotten so much better. Physically, he'll be better, and he'll just be a better, more well-rounded, more experienced player. So he's going to be much better than the Erling Haaland of today, unless something catastrophic happens or he's just got the wrong mentality. But if he's committed, if he's dedicated, he's going to be a much better player. Think about Cristiano Ronaldo at 25 compared to Cristiano Ronaldo at 19. There's no comparison. Ronaldo at 19 was raw and good, but oh my goodness me, he wasn't the mercurial sort of match winner that he was when he was 25 or 23 or 28. You know, he's developed into that absolute boss. So it takes a little bit of time. So to be displaying that from such a young age just goes to show you what a good player Jadon Sancho is. So it's going to take time, just like it took time for Bruno. But in the end, we got the man and he does the business. That's what Bruno Fernandes did at United anyway. And hopefully the same happens with Sancho. It's been a ridiculously gash saga. I'm disgusted by the way that the board have dealt with this and the club have gone about this since last season. The fact that they dragged it out all summer long, gave the fans dangling this cherry in front of the fans, we're going to get Sancho. And then they just bottled out last minute and got Cavani. In the end, turned out to be a good signing, but it wasn't guaranteed to be a good signing. They just went for the bottle job cheap option. So, you know, I've watched this board, I've watched this club navigate in this window like a bunch of absolute wankers with Borussia Dortmund here, to be fair, guys. And it's been a complete joke. So I can't wait till it's over. I can't wait till Sancho's a United player and we could just say Sancho is a Red and Sancho is a United player. And that's it. That's the end of the saga. It's getting there, but it's not quite done yet. Rushmano says Sancho update pig. What? Thank you very much, Rushmano, for getting in here. Let's take a little look at this then. So, yes, United. So, yes, this is Sky in Germany as well reporting Manchester United's offer for Jadon Sancho is worth around 78 million euros plus 9 million euros in add-ons. Yep. So, similar sort of fee. The new bid is supposedly €1 million lower than the offer reported by The Athletic and Simon Stone last week. Important details to come. If this is accurate, 4-year installments instead of 5 and more achievable add-ons on the new offer. So there you go, guys. There you go. Lots of different reports coming out. It's about £75 million altogether, my friend. So it's looking likely that it could happen. Hey, there's 80 of you legends in here. Get your thoughts and opinions in about this Sancho news. I want to hear from you. Have your say in the live chat, guys. The K Cadet, how's it going? Think it's cleared up now. What's that, the K Cadet? Marty J, hello there, bro. Hello, how's it going? Right, okay. So that's the latest news, guys. New offer for Jadon Sancho has been tabled by Manchester United. 75 million altogether, 67 million up front, 8 million down the line. Get in the live chat and let me know your thoughts. I'll stick around for a little bit, see what you've got to say for yourselves. Okay then, G-Wolf, thank you very much, dude. Let's have a cheeky little look. Actually, just can you send it to Matty Rushmeister, actually, my friend, and he'll send it to me. Thank you, dude. Ollie In says, if Haaland stays, how are you doing today, Ollie In, you absolute don? If Haaland stays at Dortmund for another year, we will get him next summer. Good things are on the horizon. Bacon Brigade. Hashtag Bacon Brigade. Nice one, Ollie In. Yeah, if we do get him ever, it will be great. I don't think we're going to get Erling Haaland, Ollie In. I like it. You know, I know you've got those Norwegian vibes as well. Solskjaer's got those Norwegian vibes. And Haaland has had that experience with him, of course, working at Molde. But the problem with it is, we aren't in the market for him this summer, are we? Chelsea seem to be leading the chase for him. Man City also understood to be, you know, one of the key targets. There's also other big clubs around Europe as well that probably sniffing around Erling Haaland. I do think if he is still available next summer, if he is still at Dortmund next summer, we could definitely be in the mix to try and sign him, absolutely. But I just don't think he's still going to be there come the end of this window. I think somebody's going to put in a ridiculous offer. You know what Roman Abramovich is like, or Sheikh Mansour is like. They might be planning to, to keep hold of him for a bit longer. But if they go and put in a ridiculously big bid, which they may well do, 100 million plus, who knows, to get him, because he is going to be, as I said, one of the best players in the world in that position over the next decade. So if you can get a player like that, just like us getting Jadon Sancho, it's a huge signing. So they might be prepared to invest. So I personally think he probably will leave this summer. But if he doesn't, yes, you're right, mate. If he doesn't, Ollie, and I really hope he doesn't, because United could potentially still be in for him down the line. But yeah, I agree. Unless he stays this year, he's probably going somewhere else. I don't know. Trippy DJ, hello. We are 5 million short of Dortmund's demands for Sancho. Yes, we are. Yeah. So, well, this is what the reports were about a week ago, saying that Dortmund were holding out for 80 million. And they were basically saying, that's the price. If you don't want to meet that valuation, then we're going to keep him. That was the reports. Now, we don't know their whole mentality. That's just part of the negotiation game. That's the reason United go in early doors in the window with a ridiculously low offer. I think we offered 160 million. It's too low. But we do that because you don't want to go too high. You start low, they start high, you meet in the middle somewhere. That's how a negotiation works. So, of course, it's just played out in a long, drawn-out fashion like this. But yeah, you know, somewhere close to that. They might want 80, but end of the day, if somebody puts 75 in front of them and says, here is the official legit offer, 75, it's not quite what you wanted, but it's nearly there. It's all we can really afford right now. Or we can come back in January and offer you 10 million less. Or we can come back next summer and offer you 30 million less because we only have a year left on his contract. What do you guys want to do? Then there may be a deal to be done here, guys. So hopefully it's coming. Hopefully it's coming, but we'll see. I'll give you the reports on it as and when it happens. But no, there's not too much. There's no confirmation or any news about Dortmund's decisions in regards to this. It's just understood that United have tabled a new bid. They may well accept it. Travis with a £2 super sticker says, hey you, thank you very much, Travis, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. How are you today, you absolute don? Get in there. Thank you very much for that, dude. Kalichi Nezer, has Fabrizio Romano said anything? So let's take a look here then. So Fabrizio Romano, I know a couple of hours ago he tweeted in regards to the situation. Let me just go and get this up then. So, yes, so he said the Sancho deal, this is 3 hours ago, by the way. Obviously, this is before there's been any breaking news from Sky here. When I went on there at 1 p.m. on Sky, there was a new story, Jadon Sancho, new Manchester United offer submitted. So hopefully we're going to get a Fabrizio Romano update throughout this show. But this was 3 hours ago. He just said, Sancho deal, Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund are still negotiating. Players camp has clubs confident and optimistic to reach an agreement. Hashtag MUFC. Payment structure / add-ons. Key to complete the deal, but there's no total agreement yet. Hashtag Sancho. So that was from Fabrizio Romano 3 hours ago. Not saying anything about this transfer fee, but indicating that they're in negotiations for the current offer. So that was a few hours ago. Then after a couple of hours after that, Sky Sports reported, who obviously, Fabrizio works for Sky SD, but Sky Sports UK reporting here that the bid is for 67 million plus 8 million in add-ons down the line, peeps. So yeah, that's the latest on him. If there's another tweet from him during this show, we'll obviously tell you what he has to say for himself. But yeah, a couple of hours ago, that's what he had to say. Nice one. Hey there, Kalechi and Zer, what's going on? Sarvulon, how you been? Good to see you also getting those little piggy emojis in there. Thank you, Sar. Good day from down under. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you're very, very well. Thanks for getting involved. Fox is on the hunt. Comments, is Pogba going to leave? Yeah, on a free transfer again. Has any player ever done that to the same club twice? Dude, imagine if he does that. I can't. That's it. He would leave on such bad terms if he did that again. If he's going to leave, if he wants to leave, we've got to get something for him. Juventus have to pay, 50 million for him or something. That's the only way he can leave on good terms, in my opinion. If him and his grubby, disgusting agent hold out until next summer without signing a new contract, or until January and sign pre-contract deal with some other team on a free, then I'm sorry, but Paul Pogba is dead to me. Paul Pogba has to either commit his future to Manchester United this summer, or And that's with a reasonable offer as well. Not no, oh, we want 500k a week rubbish. If anything, in my opinion, Paul Pogba deserves a pay cut, not a pay rise. He shouldn't be on 300k a week or 350k a week, more closer to 200k a week based on his actual input into the team. I know it's not all about that, and that's not going to happen. That would not happen. He could go get more money elsewhere because he's a big name, big star, yada, 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 and he just wouldn't do that. So I'm realistic, but he shouldn't get any much of an increase on his wages, if you ask me, if he's to sign a new contract, because he's too inconsistent. Too inconsistent. And for all we know, we've seen the best Paul Pogba this season we've seen in 4 or 5 years, probably because he is trying to sign a new contract or because he is trying to put himself in the shop window to move away. I would be disgusted if that happens. Don't even want to think about it. I hope United can get the contract wrapped up, or in my opinion, probably my favourable thing, we just cash in. We sell him for 50 or 60 million pounds and see you later on, Paul. That's what I would actually prefer right now, because he's always been a bit of a lacklustre individual in the centre of the park for us anyway. Maybe he's not been used right for the managers over the years, but they've all had a popper. Mourinho and Joe and Ollie's improved them a bit since Jose, but it's really not been too consistent from the lad ever. One moment he's fantastic, the next moment his head's gone. I'm just tired with the guy. So, hey, Dennis La Rochelle Jr., thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Dennis. He says, hey, Pig, Montreal won. Hey, get in there, my son. Congrats, man, on the old hockey puck incident, mate. Get in there. Dennis La Rochelle, that's great news, my friend. I'm very pleased for you, man. Nice one. Manchester United values Pogba at 80 million, which PSG can match, says Trippy GJ. Please sell him to PSG. Yeah, Juventus, PSG, any of those guys. Montreal, so that's hockey. What's their name? Montreal Impact. No, that's an MLS team, isn't it? Is it? Was that a basketball? Anyway, I've forgotten, guys. What's your team called, Dan? Dennis. Den. Olubunu Samuel says, will you take Ronaldo for 2 seasons or Pogba for 1 season? Ronaldo. I just want Ronaldo, yeah. That's not going to happen, is it? We're probably not going to do a deal with Juventus, but... Sarvulon says, Fabrizio Romano, Sarr, the Skyrim Wonder Kid, ready to singe for Manchester United. Personal terms agreed. And add-ons. Here we go. The Montreal Canadiens. Oh, okay, I see. So very, very self-explanatory name. That's quite an interesting name, isn't it? Imagine if Manchester United were called like the Manchester Englands. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's Pogba's stupid agent as well. Yeah, Mino Raiola is literally vermin, guys. I saw him walking down the street the other day, my friends. He was sniffing around a couple of bins there, and I saw him run off with a chip. So yeah, he's definitely a rodent, this guy. But either way, he is his agent. He's an agent that we have had many dealings with as a club, and we don't really want many dealings with as a club anymore. I think he should be sold, guys, this summer if we can possibly do a deal. You know what him and his grubby agent are like, though. He might just put the old, the word in Pogba's ear, and they might say, hey, look, yeah, even if we do sign for another club this window and say Manchester United sell us or sell you to Juventus or PSG, you're going to get this amount of money, X amount. But if we leave on a free next summer and don't have to, the club doesn't have to pay a transfer fee, we hold all the cards then. So we can get more money for a signing on bonus. We can get more money for a contract. We can get more money, Paul, if we do that. So why don't you just wait it out for a year on your 300k a week? Then we'll have this massive payday next summer. It wouldn't surprise me, guys, honestly. So I'm very concerned about Paul Pogba leaving on a free again. It wouldn't be the first time. Okay, Dizzy Red Devil says, sell Pogba. I've said this for months. It's obvious he does not want to be here. Let's have a vote in the live chat, guys. Get your votes in. Paul Pogba, keep or sell? Paul Pogba, keep or sell? What's your thoughts and opinions? I'd love to hear it. Yeah, Sadak Rahman. Oh, okay, nice. Give Pogba a CDM. Watch him play. Look how he plays with Kante. Give Pogba a CDM. That's a fair point, mate. Yeah, I mean, in the France setup, Pogba doesn't seem to struggle, really. But then, like, I saw the clips from the other night when they played... Crikey, who were they playing again? I can't remember now. Was it Bulgaria? I can't remember now. They had it was a bang average team they were playing anyway. In, there, my son. In a friendly before the Euros this was. Oh, thank you, Ben Bruno, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it, my friend. Also, Raid Vipers, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. If you're new, guys, you can hit that subscribe button. We'll give you all the latest news as it goes. And do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream. Here's all your answers then. Ollie In says sell. Mike says sell. Dizzy Red Devil says sell. Ola Boonme Samuel says sell. Bell 6891, sell. Paul Denton, sell. Franklin O'Para, sell. R King says keep. Okay, I was just going to read them out until somebody said keep. There you go, guys. That's quite a large percentage of the fan base thinks that Paul Pogba's time at United is up, and we should probably look to cash in. What's the other option? Giving him an improved contract? He doesn't deserve a new improved contract, to be fair. That's what I keep saying. So yeah, the only option really is to sell him. Unless he's happy to sign a new contract on exactly the same terms as the current contract, or less, which he probably won't, and his agent, they're not going to go for that. What's the point of having Paul Pogba at the club? You can actually generate a lot of money by selling him and saving a lot of money by not paying the 300 to 350k a week on the transfer wage, on the wages every single week. Because that is a huge amount of money to be putting out every single month. 1.2 mil, 1.2 to 1.5 mil a month on Paul Pogba. That money could be used to pay two good players, to be fair. So it is a significant amount of money that he's on, and he just doesn't justify it for me. Lewis Waite says sell. Yes. Rabiot and Kante play with Pogba, says Olabunmi Samuel. What are you saying is bench Bruno and play Pogba? No for me. Good point. I mean, it depends. Paul Pogba was quite good over on the left-hand side for United throughout the season, though, when he was played there a few times barley. You could maybe use him there and still have Bruno Fernandes on the pitch, at the tip of the diamond, if you like. That could be feasible and Pogba used as a wider player, but I don't think that is his best position. I think his best position probably is, the Bruno Fernandes type role. I definitely wouldn't want to have Bruno Fernandes out of the team instead of Paul Pogba, though. No way. I mean, look at what Bruno's done in United in the season. He's already eclipsed what Paul Pogba's done for United in 5 years, really, with the fan base, just in terms of being a leader out there, making things happen, having a consistent season, consistent form. Now, I know it dipped off at the end of the season, but still, though, Bruno Fernandes was the best player for Manchester United this season, probably. If not him, yeah, okay, Luke Shaw, but realistically, he was the best one. He's created the most chances, goals. He's been the absolute driving force, the catalyst in our team. So, there's no competition, is there? Bruno or Pogba, I mean, there's no competition. Deserves to be sold, yes. Improvement Fred options around Pogba, says Manchester United. Good shout, my friend, good shout. Yeah, absolutely. That's what people say. If Pogba had better players to play with him, such as a Kante, then maybe he would be a better player. But I do think that's also true of anybody. I always say that. It's so true. You stick me out there with Phil Jones behind me, we're going to concede bare amounts of goals. You stick me out there with Kante behind me, we'll probably still do shit, but he's going to stop a lot more than Phil bloody Jones. Facts. So I think, of course, it would be better if you got a better player playing behind you or with you. Road to Red Devils says, we are such a beg for Sancho. We literally could have gotten a CB, centre-back and a CDM. Of course, if we get Sancho, it'll improve us on the right. But what do we do about Maguire and Lindelof? Hey, I'll tell you what we do about Maguire and Lindelof. Sack them off, mate, and sign Varane and Sergio Ramos and get Real Madrid's defence instead. No, I agree with you, Road to Red Devils. We have to address the centre-back problem this window. Sancho's one thing, but we have to be hearing the Rafael Varane news soon. We have to be hearing, if not Rafael Varane, then another one of these top-quality centre-backs, Sergio Ramos for a season, or, a Sven Botman coming in, or just somebody there. I mean, Sven Botman's not the answer for me either. I know he's a good young player, and he does look really good, actually. But I want somebody who's a bit more elite tier. I want a Rafael Varane. That's exactly who I want, because he's 28 in his peak, big name, big reputation, quality player, won it all. That's exactly the sort of player we should be adding to the team, a winner, a leader. A great player, somebody that's been there, done that, and got some trophies, my friend. That is important, somebody who's a winner in the team. Because we don't have many winners in the team. We got a few, but we don't have that many winners in the team, and it's hard to know how to win when you've never won. If Pogba leaves, I don't blame him. Our board should have signed him already. I kind of disagree, Sadek Rahman. You know what they're trying to do. Paul Pogba's holding out for 400 grand a week from the board, Sadek Rahman. He's not worth that. Even if he's asking for an extra £2.50 a week, he's not worth the extra money, dude. He's been guff. He's been gash for us. Kayam comments, if United had a top-class CDM, then Pogba can play 8 and Bruno 6 in a 4-3-3. There you go. That's also an option, Kayam. That is a good point. Pogba could do that if we had a top-class CDM. You're right, if we had an N'Golo Kante type. Gary Finnegan comments, will Ollie play Sancho, though? Southgate won't even play him. Yeah, I think so. Why would you spend 75 million quid if you're not going to play the guy? The only other option we've got there is Greenwood, really. Diallo, of course, a young lad there to deputise. He's not going to be first name on the team sheet for a while. So, yeah, I think Sancho's definitely coming into play on that right-hand side, my friend. Oh, yeah. Give 60 million for Varane plus Lindelof. Great shout. Trippy TJ, mate. Only one drawback with that. They wouldn't want him. Maybe they would, actually. I don't know. Sarvulon comments, Pogba has never lived up to the name. He's just a player who is in it for the money but never performed. Sell him and get someone who has a passion for the badge like a Jack Grealish. I love that comment there, Sarvulon. You're so damn right as well. Like, it's not just about having the abilities or the qualities. It's also about having the heart and the passion and the desire. That's more important. So, yeah, you look at a player like Jack Grealish, what he's done for Villa this season. You compare that with Pogba at United. Jack Grealish has eclipsed Paul Pogba. Definitely. He definitely has. He's been a much more influential player for Villa than Pogba has for United. And that's amidst Pogba's best season for United, in my opinion, over the course of the 5 years. Maybe not the best statistically, but in terms of consistency, I think his best, most consistent season for United. And it's still not as good as Buddy Jack Grealish's for Villa. You know what I mean? So you're absolutely right. I think that could be a great addition to the squad, or somebody like that. You know, you want players who are not just great players, but also great characters to actually improve the squad. And Pogba, whether he's in the squad or out the squad, he doesn't add that much. He's not somebody that's going to grab the game and turn it for you, unfortunately. We've seen it again. He bottles it more often than not. Whereas sometimes he does. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all the time he can't influence the game. Sometimes you see him come on and, you know, and turn the game around for us occasionally. But most of the time it's not that influential for us. Whereas a player like, say, Bruno or Cavani or these guys, I've seen more than these guys in a season than I did in Paul Pogba in 5, to be fair. This Sancho saga is older than Roy Hodgson, says Mason M. It has been going on a while now. 2 years this saga's been going on. Hey, we're only 25 likes away from 100 likes, everyone. Smash the thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Bell says, but we've been crying out for a right mid for years. Now we've got not played Diallo after paying 40 million. Yeah, strange, but Diallo's going to be used as the backup for right mid this season. He will be the number one backup, I think, for right mid. So you're going to have Jadon Sancho be the main choice right wing. Diallo's going to play a bunch of cup games, a bunch of backup games used as a late substitute, along with people like Daniel James as well. And then you're going to see a striker, probably Edinson Cavani, given the mantle, but Greenwood there, obviously deputising for that position mainly. And I don't know what's going to happen to Tony Marcel. He can fight out with Rashi over on that left-hand side and is still there as a backup for striker, or maybe he'll be sold. Thank you, Daniel Lambert, for subscribing to the channel, and Ben Bruno. Appreciate you guys. Griezmann is a fucktard. Harry Miss says, Percy's an 0-1. Bit harsh. Rush Mono comments, Pogba needs to go, prefer the cash and get a player who wants to be at the club. Yeah, exactly. You summed it up very well there. He's just a money merchant. He's a commercial. He's a Hollywood player. That's all he gives a shite about, mate, is looking good and getting paid a lot whilst doing it. That's honestly how I feel about Paul Pogba. You know, he's a nice guy, don't get me wrong, but I do think that he's maybe not like, he's not like an old school, I'm here for the badge type player. That's just how I see it. I think he's more of a, you know, modern day. That's just how football's gone, I think. One of these modern day social media footballers. He's a social media footballer, mate. He's the French Jesse Lingard. He's just all hype and very, very little substance. Sometimes you get some quality from him. What's annoying is you do see it for France, and you did see it for Juve often and regularly, but you don't see it regularly for United. You see it sporadically. Road to Rev, there was rumours saying Marcia was going to Real Madrid, but I think Ollie will find a way for him to stay. He's a good man manager. Absolutely, yeah. Trippy DJ Plus, we shouldn't have let Ander Herrera go, man. Yeah, problem with that is we totally undermined the whole wage structure by having a player like Alexis Sanchez on 500k a week. Ander Herrera says, hi, can you give me 220k a week? And we're like, nah, mate, sorry, we can't give you anywhere near that. He's like, but Alexis is on more than double that, and he's shit. And they go, yeah, well, and he goes, well, fuck you then. You know, I'm going to go play for a team and win the Mickey Mouse Farmers League instead and get paid more. So you can't really blame Ander Herrera for leaving, but yeah, we probably should have kept him, man. Get players that have a badge first mentality. Ander Herrera was one of those players, wasn't he? Fought for the team, fought for the badge. You cannot begrudge him leaving because we weren't prepared to offer him what PSG were. Nathan says, don't diss Lingard by comparing him to Pogba. Bell says, not harsh at all. He was 5 yards out and hit it at the keeper who was on the ground from making a save already, says Bell. We would need to buy 2 quality players if we sell Pogba, says Sadek Rahman. Yeah, or just 1 quality player. You know what I mean? Or just 1 quality player. But yeah, I mean, 2 would be nice. Road to Red Devil says we play Pogba in the wrong position all the time. On the left wing when he should be in the middle pivot with Fred. I don't like him in that middle pivot with Fred, though, in the 4-2-3-1. He's not ever been that exciting for me there, mate, to be fair. I know what you're saying. I mean, I actually quite liked him alongside Matic there. I thought that combination worked, you know, a bunch of times. But it's still, I just don't really like him there. I don't think he's got the defensive guile that we need in that position. And I know what you're saying, in a midfield pivot, so he's next to a CDM who's got the more defensive role, and he is the more sort of box-to-box style midfielder who's picking out the passes, playmaking and getting forward for some attacking phases. Totally understand what you're saying. I don't think he's great at it, though. People say, oh, he's a great box-to-box. He is a great box-to-box player, but he's great going forward, not great defensively most of the time. Gungshi says, just drop the wrench off home, no more Pokemon, thank fuck. That's hilarious, Gungshi, mate. That's hilarious, mate. Oh, my goodness me. Gungshi, well, that's what you get when you date 19-year-olds, Gungshi. They play Pokemon Go, dude. Just joking. Everyone plays Pokemon Go. Pete Ross says Southgate is twat. Go on, Gungshi. Rushman, imagine if his PSG gets Varane and Pogba. Oh, wow. Don't want to think about it, but they've already got a team of Galacticos. What a team they'd have then if they did that. It's very true, Rushman. Wow. Road to Red Devils, we let Herrera down. Should have kept him. We gave players like Sanchez more attention. I know, what a disgrace. Ander Herrera was playing for the badge, but he's still a Red Devil. Get him back. Get him back. Hey, if PSG want Paul Pogba, maybe we can get him back, mate. I'd much rather have Ander Herrera than Paul Pogba. Facts. Let's have a vote in the live chat. Okay, on paper, on statistically, if you go on Football Manager and look at the players' stats, Pogba's going to have more flair, more creativity, more this, more that, more this, more that, more physicality. But who's actually better for United? Who was actually fighting for the badge more for United? Let's have a vote. Who would you rather have? Pogba or Herrera? Just answer me that. Me, honestly, it would probably be Ander Herrera. Gungshi says both. That's not what I asked. Herrera says Olabunmi. G-Wall says Herrera. Trippy says Herrera. Travis says Herrera. Zach Corton says Pogba. Sorry, no, don't be sorry, mate, if that's your opinion. There's no wrong answers here. Dizzy Red Devil says Ander. Rosh Mano says Herrera. Easy answer. Herrera for loyalty. Pogba for skill. Yeah, Pogba is all-round, like I just said, he's all-round the better player when it comes to stats and attributes. But he's not when it actually comes to fire out there on the pitch. I loved Ander too, Gungshi. Yeah, great player. Very good. Very passionate. Sadex says Fellaini. Right, okay then, guys. I'm going to leave the stream there. But just if you're just getting in here at the end, I'll give you the quick rundown. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United make improved bid for Borussia Dortmund forward. The structure of the proposed bid would see United paying £67 million upfront with £8 million in add-ons down the line, which are supposed to be achievable add-ons. So just a little bit more info in regards to Sancho here, guys. Hopefully, you know, there's an agreement in place soon. Hopefully, Dortmund are prepared to accept this, and hopefully this is an official bid. I mean, it's reported by Sky Sports and all the major news publications this afternoon that there is a new £75 million offer from Manchester United for Jadon Sancho to Dortmund. So, you know, hopefully we see some more movement from it, my friends. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later, probably in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, we'll bring you the latest as and when it happens, guys. But just a little bit of news. You know me, I'm not going to jump on here and talk about all loads of stuff throughout the time when there's, or throughout the days when there's not much transfer news going on. This is all plastered over Sky Sports and everywhere, so I thought I'd jump on, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, guys. The truth is that Pogba needs a world-class team around him for him to reach his true potential, that he can't lead or affect a lesser squad and he becomes an average player. Very well said, Sarvulon. I think you're right. Yeah, he's not a born leader out there. Yeah, but he needs the best around him to perform better. That's why, you know, Kante complements him so well on the French national side, because they're full of great players. Yeah, it's a fair point. Gungshi says Ander is great. Damn, that would melt. Yeah, he was worth paying 200k a week too, wasn't he? You know, compared to some of the players we were paying 200. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Ander Herrera is worth 200k a week because he's a good player in himself. He's not a great player. Like, he is a good player, And for United, he was a very committed player, and I'd rather have a player like that than a Paul Pogba. But he's not like a world-class player, I don't think. So 200k is a heck of a lot of money. He's not even really worth that. But PSG were prepared to pay that. United were prepared to pay 500k a week to Sanchez. So if we're prepared to pay that, why weren't we prepared to pay that to Ander? Sarvulon, unfortunately, the truth is that Pogba needs a world-class team around him. Oh, I just read that one, didn't I? Thank you, Sarvulon, for getting in here with the United news vibes today. Really appreciate you stopping by and getting in and having your say. And that goes for everybody as well, guys. Okay, then, I'm going to leave the video here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hit the like button. Smash a subscribe on it. Make sure you do hit the thumbs up, and that will help YouTube know that you like the video. So hit the thumbs up. Give it a share if you haven't done so on Twitter if you want. And come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comments after the video is finished with your thoughts and opinions about Sancho or any of the news we've discussed in these videos, my friends. G-Wolf says, so then that's saying Pogba isn't world class then if he can't stand out from a bang average team. He is world class sometimes. He's not consistently world class. He's not like a Messi or a Ronaldo or somebody that's consistent. He's world class sporadically. So is that even really truly world class? In my opinion, I'd argue no. If you can only do it 40-50% of the time, what good is that? What good is that, my friends? Anyway, goodbye, everyone. Bell, Amir, Trippy, Sarvulon, Gungshi, Dizzy, everybody. Yep, we'll be doing a Wales watch-along tomorrow, Gungshi. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely, we'll be on here for that. I wouldn't miss it, Gungshi. Hoping Wales can snatch a point or something off of the Italianos. See you then, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United. You can check the website out as well, flyingpigunited.com, if you want to keep up to date with the latest news as well. In fact, there's a new article about this just from today from Nathan Best, who's oh, actually, no, I don't know if I put it on there yet, actually, sorry. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. This is The Pig. See you soon. Thanks for watching. And that's the latest transfer news. Hopefully, Sancho coming at some point in the next few weeks. We shall see. We'll let you know what goes on, though. Crispy Leg with a late super chat here before the end of proceedings. Thank you, Gungers. Thank you, Dizzy, Sar, Trippy, everyone. Crispy Leg with a £2 super chat says, Pogba will come and find you, Pig. He's got a very particular set of skills he's acquired over a very gash 5-year career at Manchester United, such as going missing in big games and being injured sporadically and generally melting and letting his head go. I better watch out. I better watch out, Crispy Leg. Thanks for that, mate. Have a good one, everyone. This is The Pig. See you on the next one. Peace.